My son's probably the only good thing that ever happened to me out here since being on the streets. And my son's also my biggest regret in some ways too, because I birthed a child that I don't take care of.
All right, welcome back everybody. We're in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada with Taylor. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, good, thank you. Do you give us permission to use this video on our YouTube channel? All right, Taylor, I want to hear your life story, okay? But before we do that, can you describe your current situation, what you're struggling with, where you're living, and how you make your money?
I live on the streets of Las Vegas. Sometimes I'll stay in tunnels, other times I'm at a park. Or behind some closed building until they open. Yeah. Or I struggle with using heroin, fentanyl, meth, ketamine, and sometimes hallucinogens. Pretty much anything to...
Yeah. How do you survive?
I fly a sign.
Okay.
On various corners and street corners.
How much do you make? Usually average.
If I go, if I treat it like a 9 to 5, there's days where I could walk away with close to 200. It just depends on how good the day is or the weather Okay. But the least amount I've ever made was maybe $20 in one day.
Oh, okay.
You
get rude people sometimes?
Oh yeah,
what did it say?
Creeps, creeps that'll try to...
First of all, tell me some of the rude comments you get.
Get a job, and don't touch my get away from me. Yeah. Well, there's times when they'll pull up and they'll be like, hey baby, want to get in my car? And I'm like, no.
You get a lot of that, huh?
Oh yeah, there's creeps everywhere out here. It's really not a safe city to be homeless in if you're a girl.
Yeah.
Or so I try not to be alone. Not try to be with somebody in that way. But I try to always be with somebody and I'm never alone. Because it is dangerous out here.
What's your any positive experiences?
I wouldn't trade the people that I've met on the streets for nobody, because they're not all bad people. There's bad people out here, don't get me wrong.
No, I'm talking about panhandling. Anyone give you an excessive amount of money or?
Oh, I've had one where they bought me, somebody had pulled over and got out and handed me a couple $100, said that they'll get me hotel rooms.
Yeah.
Or
what do they want in return? Anything or just, no?
They just wanted to help out. All right, people will bring me bags of food.
Yeah. All right, Taylor, where were you born?
Here in Las Vegas.
All right, did you go to school here?
I did for elementary school, middle school, and then first semester of high school.
Did you graduate high school?
All right. In 2010. I did an extra year. I did 5 years.
Okay. Where did you go to high school?
Waterloo High School in Waterloo, Illinois.
Okay.
I went to high school out here for half a semester. Okay. And that was Cimarron Memorial High School.
Okay, and then where'd you go?
Illinois. Well, St. Louis, Illinois area.
Different world?
Oh yeah, you go from the city to nothing but cornfields.
Nothing but what?
Cornfields.
Okay.
Cornfields and bean fields.
It's more diverse here, right?
Yeah, okay. There's a lot more going on out there. It's once the sun goes down, the town gets empty.
Oh, is it? You still talk to anyone from those days?
Not friend-wise, but that's where my son's at.
Oh, okay.
So my parents and my grandparents and my son.
Okay, so you're raised with both parents in the home?
Mm-hmm. Until I moved to Illinois, and then I went with my grandparents.
Okay. So your parents were here,
and now they're out there.
They're your real parents, right?
They're my adopted. My biological mom lives out here too. My biological dad is dead.
Oh, okay.
My biological mom right now is actually currently in jail. Yeah, me and her have an okay relationship. I try not to talk to her too much, but.
Yeah. So you're adopted. What kind of parents were they?
Strict, stuck up. Didn't do drugs, didn't do alcohol. My dad was kind of abusive. It wasn't a bad childhood, but when I found out I was adopted, shit kind of spiraled out of control for a while.
Okay, how'd you find out you're adopted?
My biological brother told one of my best friends, and he was like, oh, your brother told me something today that I promised him I wouldn't tell you. I'm like, then why'd you bring it up? Tell me. And he goes, your parents aren't your parents, you're adopted. And then I called my parents out on it, and they denied it, and then that's when shit kind of fell apart, and they didn't want me anymore.
How'd they treat you before you found that out? Were you equal
Perfect.
to?
I was their child.
And you
But
were
when I
treated...
found out, they didn't want me anymore. I wasn't no longer their child.
Why is that? Did you go off on him maybe?
No, I mean, like, I rebelled a little bit because I felt betrayed, you know? Like, what kid wouldn't at 13 when you find out that shit that you're lied to your whole life? But, I mean...
You think they were trying to protect you maybe?
Yeah, their excuse was that counselors told them not to tell me.
That is the case? That's why I asked you that.
They said back then they didn't want kids to know they were adopted or something. But I was like, but that's still not an excuse, y'all didn't even tell me. I had to find out. Like.
You think that's one of the reasons you started abusing drugs?
Oh, most definitely.
When did you start?
When I was 13. I started smoking meth when I was 13.
Oh, after that incident? Before that, you weren't using?
I smoked weed, but yeah, like.
So it's just to numb the pain.
Just to make it not exist anymore, I guess.
Yeah, but you managed to graduate.
Yeah, it was hard, but I did an extra year. But I mean, I did it. My grandparents, I don't think I would have been alive today had they not came out here and got me when they did. Honestly,
very commendable. And they were loving.
Oh yeah.
Your grandparents.
My grandparents were amazing.
No sexual abuse by anybody or
not
physical abuse?
Not in my family, no.
Oh, by others?
Yeah, like people before I had left here, after I found out I was adopted and I did my little downward spiral, I was hanging out with the wrong people. And after I had lost my virginity to my first boyfriend, I had gotten raped by somebody I thought was my friend. And that was the first time that I had been raped. And then I went to Illinois. So, Illinois, St. Louis, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was hard.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't be sitting here today. Like, they saved my life. Like, I don't see 13-year-olds making it on the streets like that.
No. Where are your grandparents now? They passed away?
No, they're still alive. My grandpa's very sick, and my grandma, she's sick, but she's not like deathly sick.
Yeah.
Or at least they won't tell me if she is. So
are you still close to them?
Yes and no. Like, I mean, I'll say hi to them when I get on the phone to call my son every the 2 days a week that I do call them. Yeah. They'll get on there and be like, hi, I love you. And I'll be like, love you too. Yeah. But my grandpa won't talk to me, but my grandma does.
Yeah, they know you're using?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't lie to my family about anything that I do.
You don't lie about anything. Are you currently in a relationship?
Yeah, I guess, kind of, no.
Yeah.
I have somebody I go to bed next to every night. Like,
he protects you?
But we're working out our issues, I guess, because he's an ex that we just met back up, and we're working it out. Trying to, at least. When
you were in school, did you suffer from any kind of learning disabilities or anything?
ADHD.
Okay. Were you in special ed classes?
No.
Like, okay, so no special needs classes or anything?
Mm-mm.
Did you get extra help?
I mean, my grandparents would give me tutors,
okay.
And then I guess you could say niece-in-law.
Yeah.
My grandma's sister's son's wife. Yeah. She was a teacher in high school, not my high school, but she taught English, and she would be my teacher, my tutor, when I wasn't in school, or if I did summer school, she would do that.
Any periods of sobriety in between there?
I was sober for 8 months once. I was on the Vivitrol shot and everything.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was.
How'd you do that?
Right before my divorce. It was right after me and my ex-husband separated. I wanted to go into rehab.
Yeah.
And when I completed my detox, the counselor had talked me into doing the Vivitrol shot, and I did it all the way up until I moved back out here. So, and then when I got out here, the Vivitrol wasn't a thing yet. So I couldn't get the refilled shot every month. So I just relapsed.
You think you might want to try it again one day?
Yeah, there's been certain things happening lately where I don't have a choice. I gotta grow up and take responsibility for 2 little humans.
Yeah.
So it's definitely been the thought in my head right now.
Yeah.
Because with my mom going to jail, she's guardian to my sister's kids, and my sister is really, really sick right now, and she's not doing well at all.
What's wrong with her?
She's paralyzed from the waist down, and she's got bed sores from being in her chair too much. Yeah. And the infections in her legs are spreading, and she refuses to go to the hospital. So, and with my mom being in jail, I'm I guess you could say the runner-up guardian.
Oh, okay.
And so if my sister really doesn't make it, then I'm gonna have to be the one to step up for the girls, and I wouldn't raise my son because I was on drugs. Like, I'm not gonna raise those little girls either.
Yeah.
So it's just time to grow up, and I don't know.
I think you can do it.
I know I could. I just got to put my mind to it.
You gotta put
I
your
just
mind
got to
to
be
it.
ready.
You're very smart, and it sounds like you're caring.
Gets me into a lot of trouble, though.
Yeah. You're honest. I can tell you're honest.
Yeah, I don't see a point in lying. Like, that's what I don't like about a lot of the people out here on these streets. Like,
Yeah. When you were a little girl, what did you dream of becoming? What were your aspirations?
I wanted to be a vet.
A vet? You love
vet
animals?
or a daycare teacher like my grandma.
You love vet? You love animals?
Yeah, some.
Do you have any?
I have a little dog. She's a Chihuahua Dachshund Rat Terrier mix.
What's her name?
Cleo. Like, right, it's too cold for her. Like, I asked my sister if she could stay with her for a little while.
Yeah. When you were growing up, did you have any positive role models? Did you have a favorite teacher by any chance?
I'm trying to remember. It was so long ago. I'd say when I got expelled from Waterloo High School and went to my alternative school.
Yeah.
My drama teacher at my alternative school, she made school fun.
She made school fun?
But yeah, I'd say that was probably my favorite teacher.
Yeah. Okay, how do you survive out here?
Well, everybody has their little hustles. Like, I'll fly a sign. Some days are better than others.
Yeah. What about, have you ever worked on the streets?
Like a prostitute?
Yeah.
When I first became homeless, I was forced into doing some shit for a
How
while.
were you forced into it?
I had met this group of, like, these group of people, and, like, they tricked me into, like, they were like, oh, you can come live with us, and blah, 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 and yeah, you get your own room, and all you gotta do is pay us a certain amount of money every day. And I'm like, well, that's fine, I'll fly my signs and do whatever. And then after the first night, dude beat the shit out of me until I put on a fucking dress and I started walking. And he told me that if I didn't do what the customer wants, then he said he'll beat the shit out of me until I'm barely alive. And so I did that for like 6 months, give or take, I think. And then I ran away. I took off, met back up with my adopted parents, asked them for help. Found out I was pregnant.
By one of the Johns?
I guess, yeah. I don't know my son's father. I don't know who he is. Like, but
Do you want to know?
No, because if they were willing to do that to me to the point where they impregnate me, I don't know anybody I want near my son. Anybody I want near me. You know, like, because all that matters is my son's safety at this point, not mine. Like,
So you said you have 2 little ones that you're responsible
my
for?
My nieces, yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm not
heart.
like full on taking care of them right now. Like, their mom isn't in the hospital or anything.
Yeah.
Like, but I do go and check up on them.
Yeah.
Ask her if they need me to go to the store for her. Or,
At this point in your life, do you need drugs to survive?
I mean,
Do you
I'll get very sick if I don't.
Can you describe the feelings of withdrawals for us?
Death.
Yeah.
Horrible. Like, it's not anything I would wish on my worst enemy.
Yeah.
But
It's not bad.
I put myself through it, so.
Now, let's say your niece is in middle school and she's being tempted to, you find one of her, I don't know, emails or text messages. Hey, it's this party, we're gonna try meth or whatever. Fentanyl, what would you say to her if you found that text message?
I mean, when I was a kid, nobody could stop me from doing anything. Like, and I kind of look at that like, with them, they're gonna do what they want to do, regardless of what I say. They're gonna have to learn their lessons one way or another. They could listen to me and not do it at all, but then they'll always be curious, or they go and try it, and if they like it, then I really honestly don't know what I would do in that situation. But I don't think I would ever force them to not. Like, I would voice my opinion, but it's all ultimately up to them. It's their lives. It's what they want to do with their life when they grow up. I can't force them to do nothing because I ain't got no room to talk.
Yeah.
But I just don't want them to end up out here like me.
Yeah. Where do you see yourself in 2 years? Where would you like to see yourself in 2 years? In a perfect world.
I think I want to go back to St. Louis or Illinois.
Okay.
I think I would like to be back with my son where I see him more than just on a telephone screen, but
What do you want to be driving?
not a G-Ride. Not no stolen vehicle, something that's mine.
Yeah, what's your favorite car?
Hyundai Equus.
Is it?
Yeah, the 2014 Hyundai Equises.
What are some of your positive memories as a child? It could be, you know, what were you listening to? Something, you know, Christmas dinner, Thanksgiving, or summer.
Family holidays.
Yeah. Who was there?
My whole family, my grandparents, my aunts, my uncles, the ones that weren't dead, that aren't dead now.
Yeah.
My whole family lived out here, I guess.
Yeah. You can make new memories. The
Yeah.
little ones when you get clean.
Yeah, and I hope one day that they accept me back in, but
I think they will.
I don't know about all that.
Why do you think? Why?
Because they despise my biological mom, and they despise the fact that me and her have any sort of relationship. But honestly, like, it's hard to sit there and think about positive things that have happened to me in my life, because ever since I left Illinois and St. Louis the first time, after I got divorced, I can't tell you that anything good has actually happened since then. Besides my son being born, like, I get that I'm a strong person, but it's hard. Like, it's hard to, how do you say it? Like, it's hard to fucking, like, play that role of not being, like, it's like that saying, like, you could be in a room full of people and still be alone. It's just that in a different way. Like, my son's probably the only good thing that ever happened to me out here since being on the streets. And my son's also my biggest regret in some ways, too, because I birthed a child that I don't take care of.
You can change that.
Yeah.
Once you get clean. When you think of recovery or rehab, can you tell me some of the feelings you get?
Oh, they all come back.
What kind of, all right, let's say I'm telling you, hey, tomorrow let's go to rehab, or a loved one wants to take you to rehab, or you decide you want to go to rehab. What are the feelings?
Scared.
Like scared, anxious?
Curious.
Yeah. What scares you about rehab?
Sobriety.
Why does sobriety scare you?
Failing at it. I don't like to fail.
You know, what's that saying? Keep coming back.
Yeah, it works if you work it.
Did you know I was an alcoholic and I'm in AA? Did I tell you that? Yeah. You know how many times I failed? Probably 7 times.
Damn.
Big failures. A lot of investment from family.
Yeah.
Time, money. Yeah, they kept telling me, keep coming back. And they didn't make me feel bad about it. When I went into a treatment center, they just said, keep coming back. That's the message universally, you know? So you can always go back. Don't ever be ashamed of that.
Yeah.
Do you know what to do? Do you know the steps to take to get clean?
I have a counselor's number that I have saved in my phone. He told me all I have to do is call and he'll do the rest.
Really? Can we do that call this week maybe? Or whenever you're ready.
Yeah, like I said, like I'm working, like I want to get clean, but I don't know if right now is like the best time. Like I could say that I can almost guarantee you in the next 6 months, if we met back up, like you probably won't find me out here.
Okay.
But
well, I hope I don't find you out here. I want to do an update on you, but I hope you're not off the streets.
I mean, like, I'll always look out for Hannah, and I'm like, no matter what, she's like a little sister to me. So like, she'll be able to tell you what's up. But like, I don't want to be out here. Like I said, I got my nieces that need me. If my sister dies, like, if my mom doesn't get out of jail, then where are the girls gonna go? I'll die before I let them go into the system.
What do you want people to know about you, Taylor? The world. You can think about it.
Me?
Yeah, you can think about it.
Don't judge a book by its cover, I guess. Don't believe the rumors you hear. Because I can guarantee you that 90% of the rumors that are spoke about me are probably not true.
What are some of the rumors that are going out there about you?
Oh, that I'm a thief and that I cause petty ass drama for no reason and I like to f people people's boyfriends. And I can promise you that I've never done one of those things.
You know
I'm
what?
actually the complete opposite of 90% of the rumors.
You know what I heard about
me.
you before I did this interview?
What?
That you're very kind, you're pretty, and you're honest. That's why I keep bringing up the honesty word. That's what I've heard from two different people.
I'm not
There was nothing like that. They did say you have some,
cool.
They did say you have some crazy stories, but that's it. That's as bad as it got.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I'm not even gonna lie, cause I really didn't think anybody thought that shit of me. A lot of people don't like me because I'm honest, I guess.
You're what?
They don't like honesty, a lot of people. At least not on these streets, because they don't like being told about themselves.
What's the best thing about your life?
My son and my dog. That's about it. They keep me going.
Yeah.
Even when I really don't think they can, days when I don't think they can keep me going, all I have to do is call or video chat one of them or go see the other one.
Yeah.
And it's everything goes away whenever I just hear my son say my mommy, or when my dog jumps in my arms.
Yeah. How old is the dog?
She's 11 months.
Okay. What's the best thing that someone has ever done for you?
I've had a complete stranger get me a hotel room or Airbnb for a month.
Yeah?
And that's just from when I've been on the streets, and they gave me a couple $100 and they said, maybe this will get you started. But of course, I was super strung out back then. I was nowhere near to the way I am now back then. So of course I blew the money, off the house. It was really bad.
What was it? Did they want anything in return, or just the
They just wanted to
kindness
help.
of their heart?
Mm-hmm. That's probably the only nice thing I've ever had happen to me out here.
What's the best thing that you've done for somebody?
I'm always real quick to give up the last of anything. If somebody needs something, I'm real quick to help out, even if I don't like them. If I see somebody dope sick or something, I got one tiny little pill left or one little nickel sack or whatever, just because I see them sick, I'll help them out, even if I don't like them. Treat others the way you want to be treated, even if you don't get treated that way.
Yeah. Do you know where to go if you wanted to go to rehab tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, I got the counselor's number.
But the names? Can you give us some names so our viewers could?
Choices.
Okay, Choices.
Choices is it's where they do the drug programs when you're getting jail.
Okay.
Crossroads is where I have my counselor's number too, where I call him.
So hopefully we'll see you at the Crossroads. Do you have an email you can share with us?
TaylorPayne91@gmail.com.
You're gonna probably get a lot of emails. Just be careful with them. You know that.
Yeah.
There's some great people on our channel. They'll provide you support and guidance. Have you been to any good concerts in your life?
Oh yeah, way too many.
Which one's the best one?
Widespread Panic.
Oh yeah?
They're my favorite band.
What is that? What kind of band
It's a jam band. They're like the Grateful Dead, just better.
Oh, okay. What else?
The Grateful Dead, I've seen.
Oh, that kind of music.
I love jam bands.
What's that band again? I'm gonna check them out.
The Grateful Dead or Widespread Panic.
Widespread Panic? Okay.
Devil Makes Three.
Okay.
That is more of a bluegrass
Okay.
type thing. I like Medicine for the People. Yeah, everybody should go and check out Medicine for the People.
I
they're
never
just,
heard of these bands.
Oh yeah,
I've heard of
most
Grateful
people
Dead.
don't hear about them, but they're actually a lot more famous than you would think.
Yeah.
But man, Medicine for the People, the message that they bring when you're listening to them, it's just incredible.
Okay. Medicine for the People. Where are they from?
Hawaii.
Okay. Festivals. How about festivals?
I went to a lot of festivals growing up. I started going to them when I was 16.
Yeah.
A lot of them, the people are awesome, the music's amazing.
Which festival?
I've been to Birdfest, I've been to Earth Day, Elderberry Jam, Wakarusa, Harvest Festival, Summer Camp.
So you're a festival girl.
Yeah, I used
What
to
about
do
that
when I
Burning
went on
Man
tour.
thing?
I've always wanted to go to Burning Man, but it was always too expensive.
Okay. Any other fun activities you've done that you want to talk about?
Followed a couple bands across the country.
You followed bands?
Yeah, I followed, like, the Grateful Dead may not be around anymore, but back when I started doing it, they had Further.
Yeah.
It was the last living Grateful Dead band members, except for one.
Yeah.
I followed Widespread Panic across the country,
Yeah.
but seen them more than a dozen times.
Yeah.
Devil Makes Three, I followed them.
When you say follow them, what do you mean? You take
like,
your
we've
car?
gone from state to state.
You
like,
follow them with your car?
Well, not mine per se. Like, there was one time I left town with $12 to my name, and I made it to every concert and every show.
Really?
In every state. Because you go on lot and you just hustle up your ticket money, you hustle up your way to the next show. Like.
Hey Taylor, thank you so much for this amazing interview.
Yeah, no problem.
You're an amazing person, and hopefully we can do an update on you.
Yeah, hopefully I'm sober when you do.
All right, you have any questions for me before I let you go?
No, I don't think so.